This is my second video on the opening of Twerton railway station, and in front of us we have the station building. Now, there's been a couple of questions on Facebook regarding the usage of the station. I'll attempt to answer some of those now. Issue 1. People have mentioned about the parking. Now, Bath Spa sees 6.1 million passengers a year using it, yet it only has 80 parking spaces. Oldfield Park, the station just down the road, has 313,000 passengers using that every year, yet it does not have 3,013 parking spaces. All indications would say that 70 to 80% of the footfall using Oldfield Park and Bath Spa station do not use cars. The objective of opening this station is to remove the usage of cars. Point 2. The distance between the stations. If you were to traverse these stations by foot, you would find the walking distance between Twerton and Oldfield Park is greater than that of Bath Spa. You can go to the Open Twerton Railway Station Facebook page and like and share, and plus you can see other postings on there from various other projects all over the United Kingdom. Some of them are quite extensive. During 2018-19 up to 2020, we're looking on roughly 53 new stations being opened in the United Kingdom. Other people have also said that no one would use this station. How do they know that if the station is not open and the figures are not available for the usage of the station? My next question is, where do they get their crystal balls from? And number 3 is the funding of the station. The funding of the station is this. If Bath City Council were to fund the station and not waste money, £250,000 on the Southgate bus gate, the cable car project up to Beach and Cliff, the Bathampton Meadows Park and Ride project, they would have probably had the money to put back the platforms at this station and for it to be usable. I estimate this station could see anything in the region of 150,000 to 200,000 passengers using this station every year. When you come down here on a weekday, it's a traffic jam. You've got around 60 buses on this route. Those 60 buses alone are pumping out 500 kilos of toxic chemicals every year. And with the 4 schools around here, you would think people would have better common sense and recognise that that would be an issue. And that was one of the buses that just passed. Noisy. Now, issue number 4, timetabling. As you know, the high-speed departures are every half an hour from Bath Spa to Bristol and to London. Now, to add a 3-minute stop into here would be absolutely no problem whatsoever, even though the crystal balls are saying that would never, ever, ever be possible to do that because it would slow the high-speed services down. If a high-speed train leaves Bristol at midday, it will be in Bath at 10 minutes past 12 midday. You have another 20 minutes for a stopper to leave directly after the HST and still have 15 minutes in between the timetable to clear the line. Now, another issue is this. Mr. Cross, who presently rents the building, has mentioned that he would get booted out the building. Now, there would be absolutely no reason to kick him out, and for those to suggest that is not very well thought out. What would happen here is that you would have a template version of Oldfield Park Station. The building that we see in front would not be used. If you look to your left-hand side, you can see the underbridge which goes into Twerton High Street, where you can see those two people walking. Now, to the left of that, there's a ramp which goes up to the line. So what you would do is you would build a template station of Oldfield Park, a self-service station with no parking and very close to Bath. And that's the sort of station that you would build here. If you go to the Open Twerton Railway Station Facebook page, you can see my article in the Evening Chronicle, and you can also hear my radio interview, which was done for BBC Radio Bristol. And just in this video, we've had 3 buses passing, all empty, with no passengers on them, creating pollution, when in fact the train would take the strain. I'll just read you out some of the lines that Chris Grayling has suggested could be opened again. Newton Abbot to Exeter, Frome to Radstock, Banbury to Cheltenham, Barnstaple to Ilfracombe, Barnstaple for Bideford and Great Torrington, Wellington to Norton Fitzwarren, Creek St Michael, Bridgewater, Barnstaple to Taunton, Bodmin to Bodmin Parkway, Tiverton to Tiverton Parkway, Brixton to Kirsten Paynton, Stonehouse Bristol Road Station, Swindon Marlborough linking with the Berks Enhanced Line, Weymouth Quay Tramway, the Strawberry Line Clevedon to Cranmore, Horwell to Padstow, Brent to Kingsbridge, Minehead to Taunton, passenger service, Bridfort, Maiden Newton, Charfield Station in Berkeley. There is absolutely a gigantic list of proposals to open stations all over the United Kingdom. And after World War I, when this station was closed and the beaching cuts, our railway and our economy suffered a massive crash. And this is why the economy is like it is today. Had we kept these infrastructures, we would have been an extremely wealthy, prosperous and mobile nation. And the list just continues of all these stations that need to be opened. And there we are, we've just seen a train passing Twerton Railway Station, which could have easily stopped there. And I want to say thank you to Sam Ferguson from the Evening Chronicle, and I want to say thank you to BBC Radio Bristol for supporting this idea. I've been grateful. The Facebook page is now on 20 odd likes and he's been really getting a move on. Bath has a population of 125,000 people, and then we see 6.4 million people using the railways in the city of Bath at just the 2 stations. Now we're looking down in Twerton High Street from the ramp that would service the station, and if we spin round we can see a nice car park and also the ramp that would go up onto the station, making a brilliant commuter station for the area, creating a passenger corridor. The best way to solve the pollution and the traffic congestion in Bath, which has one of the highest levels of pollution in the United Kingdom, would be to open Twerton Railway Station, Bathampton Railway Station, and have 4 stations in this city serving the 125,000 people that live here. Some people have said that having stations closer together is a bad idea. there's a theory that if you have stations closer together, that you can move a greater number of people in a small area. This theory was used 160 years ago by the Victorians when designing the London Underground system. And the London Underground system is still in use today, and that theory still applies. And I rest my case. Any questions, please feel free to leave a note at the bottom of the video. And if you check down the bottom of the video, you'll see links to the 38 degrees open Twerton railway station and any other links that I care to put there. Thank you for watching my video. See you soon. Over and out.